Alright, here we are again. This is a trick that you can use, or something that you can build, I should say. It's really good for not just welding, although that's what I built this for, but you could use it for an assembly table or anything else. This is a welding positioning table, and I can't take credit for the entire idea again, but I will point out, once I show you how it works, I will point out the improvements, or what I think are improvements on the design. This is a single push to release it, and basically what it is a bowling ball sitting between two circular holes, and when you push the one pedal, it releases the ball. When you push the other pedal, it locks the ball into place, locking the table into place. So if you're trying to weld something, and let's say you just had it clamped down and you wanted to spin it around and weld a little farther and weld a little farther, you can spin it to any position you want, lock it into place, and it doesn't move. And then if you wanted to lay it over on its side, you can do that, lock it into place. That way you can get it something tight in here if you were trying to weld it. If you needed to get to the other side of it, you can go like this, and now you can weld up here on this side. I put holes in it so you can clamp through it or bolt through it, clamp stuff to it, whatever. And now that you see what it does, I'll take the camera off the stand and we'll take a little tour of it. And I'll tell you what it was made out of. I had seen this before, and the fellow that did the first one had put a hydraulic bottle jack right down here, and he had a pedal out here, and he had to pump it several times to get it to go up and lock the ball into place. And you can see the ball is locked into this ring here, and it's sitting on another ring here, so it's free to rotate. I took the easy way out right there. That's an old piece of 3.5-inch exhaust pipe off an old set of headers. You can make yourself a ring or whatever you want. But this mechanism here is, I've got it at Cycle Gear, and it's a quick jack for a dirt bike, like a pit jack. This was part of this circle. I basically took the plasma cutter and cut this hole, off of the stand here. So when I cut the hole, this piece here dropped off, and that made the hole here. It made a place for me to bolt my stands, and it left the circle here to mount a ring. Excuse me. The stand isn't very wide, so I added extensions, made it more stable. Took some pieces of angle iron, and I welded bolts to the angle iron so that I can adjust this plate up and down just a little bit to make this tight on the ball when I lock it into place. The other thing that I did to it, as I say, all this mechanism that's all painted and everything here, that all is part of the original quick jack. I added this pedal onto the action there, so that you can push this pedal down and cause this to release. That wasn't on the original. You had to come back here and lift this up. I like being able to just push on one pedal or push on the other pedal. So that's it. And basically this piece of pipe is driven down in the thumb hole that was already there, and this piece of plate is welded on the top for the table. I have, like I say, holes drilled in it so you can clamp through the table or clamp on the table. And to operate it, it's just very simple. Reach down here, push that pedal, move the table to wherever you want it, reach over to that pedal and lock it back into place, and it's completely solid. So if you need a positioning table, whether you're welding, whether you're assembling a carburetor or whatever you're doing and you need a positioning table, this is a real easy way to do it. And I like the quick action with the just the single push of a pedal rather than having to have the hydraulic jack in there. Like I say, basically I stole the idea from the other guy and just used the motorcycle jack as the base. You can catch these motorcycle jack assemblies on sale for $35 at Cycle Gear. And it's another one of those situations where I can't buy the material for $35. So, and the lifting mechanism is already there, so why not just buy that? The other thing that I did, the other modification I did, when this is a motorcycle jack, it actually lifts 7 inches. Obviously we don't want it to do that, so I just took and welded a bead right here across the lower part of the mast, so that when you do this, it just drops down and hits that weld bead, so it can't go any farther than that. So that was my simple stop for that. And that's it. The rubber feet come with the quick jack, and little bit of cutting, a little bit of welding. Good Sunday afternoon project, and you got yourself a positioning table. Hope you can use the idea.